Hey everyone, coming at you with a scoreboard update today. Bob the science guy is now on the scoreboard. He was one of the original 24 people on the globe Earth side that was invited to participate in the final experiment, bringing the score to 8-2 for Team Globe. Now, Bob the Science Guy, check out his YouTube channel. He has made two recommendations to make the final experiment better. First, he gave us an idea as to how to bring a sundial with us to Antarctica in a very low profile, easy way, considering we have limited amounts of storage and luggage and things that we can bring with us. And so this is very important. We will need something like a sundial while we are in Antarctica because the shadows that the sun creates will be very valuable to us in showing us what the path of the sun takes. The shadows on a globe will be wildly different than the shadows would be on a flat Earth. I will be talking more about shadows in a future video. I've been fortunate to have people actually model shadows for me for the final experiment based on our coordinates, where we'll be, based on the time of year. And they've actually modeled both the globe side and the flat Earth side for me to show what we would expect. Now, I should also mention that I'm not getting a lot of modeling and help from the flat Earth side. So the flat Earth models that I'm receiving are actually coming from globe proponents, which I find interesting. As Bob the Science Guy has shown everyone here, this is how easy it is to get on the scoreboard if you were one of the original people that I invited to participate. It's as easy as giving something that's an idea to help make the final experiment better. Now, I need to cover something, which is this. A lot of people are complaining that other people are having ideas to make the final experiment better that are going unrecognized by me or that are not going onto the scoreboard. Listen, this is super important. The other ideas that I'm receiving are not ideas to make the final experiment better. They are ideas at better experiments. Very subjective. They are someone's opinion as to what would be a better experiment than the final experiment, which is traveling to Antarctica during the southern summer and seeing what the sun does, because what the sun does would be wildly different on a globe versus a flat Earth. The other ideas are for different experiments that, again, very subjective. People have an opinion as to that we can do that as well, either while we're flying to Antarctica or while we are in Antarctica. That is not an idea to make the final experiment better. Do you see the difference? I want people to help make sure that what we're trying to do here, which is the main goal, getting to Antarctica and seeing what the sun does, I want people's assistance in making sure that particular experiment is done properly and to the fullest extent possible so that everybody is satisfied. And so these other ideas are, again, subjective. Maybe they're right. Maybe there is a better experiment than the one that I've come up with, which I've called the final experiment, but that's irrelevant, okay? The final experiment will work, it will be definitive, and it will falsify either the globe model or the flat Earth model. Now, some people are also saying that the final experiment will potentially only falsify one flat Earth model, either, and they're calling it either the AE model, referring to the AE map, or the Gleason model, referring to the Gleason map. And here's what I'd like to say to you. That's not true either. So if there's another model, another flat Earth model that I'm not familiar with that has a 24-hour sun in the south, in Antarctica, then you need to tell me about that one, okay? The fact that everybody's silent on this is very loud. It's very telling. And so this idea that the final experiment is only going to falsify the AE map is not true. if there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, I'm going to tell you right now, unless someone can give me evidence, it will falsify any flat Earth map and any flat Earth model. Now, Bob the Science Guy gave a second suggestion, which is very exciting. He recommended what is known as an all sky cam. An all sky cam uses a fisheye lens to record the entire sky. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Aha, I just said fisheye lens, therefore we're cheating, and this whole thing is a fraud. Well, let me tell you something fun about the final experiment. I put a lot of thought into this, and this whole excuse of just dismissing away photos, dismissing away videos due to having a fisheye lens is not valid for the final experiment. Why? Because the final experiment is not photographing curvature, and so a fisheye lens doesn't matter. The final experiment is documenting and seeing with personal eyewitness testimony what the sun does in Antarctica. So we actually are going to be able to use a fisheye lens for a very good purpose. Now, please don't complain to me that if the Earth was a globe, we would be able to just go photograph or video curvature. That has been done, but it's not accepted by the flat Earth side. And so there's plenty of pictures and videos out there, and if you don't accept them, that's fine. But please don't argue that it would be just as easy to prove the globe by just showing curvature in a picture or a video, because that's been done, honestly, countless times. And again, this is part of the reason why I designed the final experiment like I did, is having agreement by both sides. We have agreement from the globe side that there must be a 24-hour sun in the south this December, and if there's not, the globe model is wrong. And we have agreement from the flat Earth side, at least we've had agreement for 10 years in a row, that if there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica this December, that the flat Earth model is falsified, and they have stated over and over and over again that there is not a 24-hour sun and that the sun will set. Having agreement from both sides is what, in my opinion, makes the final experiment so brilliant. So, Bob, the Science Guy, thank you for helping make the final experiment, and not some other experiment, better and more robust. We are going to take your suggestions to heart. We're going to do our best to have some sort of a sundial down there with us. Not exactly sure which one yet, but you showed us how we could just make an easy one, even with a paint stick, a paint stirrer stick. And also, I want everyone to know, I've been getting a lot of questions asking me for updates on what's going on with Jaron Campanella, what's going on with Austin Whitsitt, what's going on with my trip to England to meet with Level Earth Observer. Yes, great questions. I'm going to give an update on all of that on Friday. And then a lot of you have been contacting me. Our last video was about a flat earther who claimed he had solved the 24-hour sun on a flat Earth. People have been contacting me saying that he has now deleted that video, which purported to solve the problem. And you are correct. He has deleted that video, and I believe he's deleted it because he has seen that it doesn't work. And then I've also been informed that he has uploaded new videos with new solutions, also correct. And then I've also been informed, just as recent as this morning, that those videos he has released have also been deleted. That is also correct. So we are going to talk about that particular flat earther, who I actually like the guy. His name is Joe Hanvey, and all of the videos he's released trying to solve for a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and why he's been deleting all the videos and where things stand with him now. I will just point out ahead of time, it is awfully strange to me that he's even doing this. There has never been, to my knowledge, one person on the globe side who's just coming up with models and demonstrations and experiments as to how a sunset could work on the globe. It doesn't make sense to waste time on that, right? The globe side seems confident in their position that there will be a 24-hour sun, and their confidence is so strong that they've said if the sun sets, they'll just admit they were wrong. They'll admit defeat. they'll delete their videos on their YouTube channel, they'll switch sides from globe to flat Earth. And so this idea that countless hours and videos are being spent trying to show why a 24-hour sun works on flat Earth is very interesting to me. And I think it's also very telling. But I'm getting your emails, I'm seeing your comments, and I am going to be giving an update on that as well. So stay tuned this week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.